G'day football fans and welcome back to episode 9 of Brentford 2 Big Time. Today we are taking on Liverpool in the Premier League away at Anfield. We're about a quarter of the way into the season, so plenty to catch you up on since the last video. Before we get into it, firstly, I'm wearing a hat today. It is what it is. Don't read too much into it. It's just legitimately the middle of the day and it's 32 degrees here. So to try and stop some of the sweat that will, no doubt, come streaming down my face, I'm wearing a hat. Also, you might hear in the background, my dog's being a bit of a prick. It's fine. He dislocated his knee, basically, so he sort of has to be somewhat nearby. Unfortunately, if you hear any weird stuff in the background, that's probably all it is. It's just one of my dogs being a bit of a Looney Tune, because I think he's getting not Stockholm syndrome, but what's the thing where you're cooped up for too long and you're stuck inside, you can't do much exercise, you can't really do much, so you're a bit loopy? He's that. Anyway, that's too much of an intro. Let's get into it. Leave a like, subscribe, all the things. Let's get into it. We will start though with an outgoing. It is Keane Lewis Potter. Basically, it says he's worth a lot of money and he's probably better than the guy that we've replaced him with at this stage anyway. He just never really made the grade for me. 61 appearances, 9 goals. He's a young English talent. He's 23 now, so he's not that young, but he just never really made the grade, basically. He never really cut it up alongside Mikkel Damsgaard, Mbuemo, now Michael Elise, and I guess Daichi Kamada as well didn't exactly help him out too much in getting game time. So when Aston Villa came in with a decent offer, I think it was 20 something million. It says 20, but I'm sure there are bonuses and stuff, so I think it's going up to 23, 24, as well as future incentives. So it is what it is. He's left. I hope you're not too upset about losing Keane Lewis Potter. We've brought in a decent replacement though. It was a risk. I didn't scout the guy before I signed him. I just looked at him and thought about who he is in real life, and how good he is right now, and the hype surrounding him, I guess, especially I've seen a bunch on Twitter recently of highlights of his and seeing how great he is. Let's have a look at him. It is French, 21-year-old, attacking midfielder, left wing, right wing, whatever you want him to play, basically, he'll do a job for you. It is Ryan Shirky? Chicken, beef jerky? I don't know how to Ryan Shirky. I don't really know how to say it, but he's 21. It turns out he has 5-star potential, apparently, according to our staff anyway. I took a bit of a punt on him. It says he's worth 68 to 78 million, but I think our deal ends up being about 36. Yeah, it is. Here you go, 36 million there, above me here. It's sort of a structured deal. It involves future incentives and I think we only paid 26 or something up front, and then the rest is in installments and stuff like that, and then other future incentives, competition-based ones and things like that. But basically, I just thought, firstly, I sort of panicked, and looking at the other options for left wingers, once Keane Lewis Potter had gone, the options weren't quite doing it for me, and some of them, Ismail Assar was one, but it's he's 26, he might be a bit better straight away, but he's not necessarily got the same potential. He's not necessarily going to grow the same as Ryan Shirky. Damn it, Shirky. And he's not going to go the same as Elise, that sort of thing. There was another option, but can't remember who it was. Not off the top of my head anyway. But I ended up not wanting to spend that much money. The dog is right underneath me. I don't know what he's going to do, but he's limping everywhere, the poor thing. As for the performances since you were last here, it has been patchy. I think that's the best way you can put it. Of course, the last video was the first game of the season here against Manchester United, 2-2 draw. We were in a winning position, but it wasn't to be. A draw at the end of the day, not a bad result. I'm pretty happy with that. We then went on to lose to Aston Villa, 2-1 goals. It was a last-minute winner from Leon Bailey, which I'm pretty mad about. 1-1 against Everton, which that was the first game at their new stadium. You can see here, Bramley Moore Dock Stadium. We spoiled the party a little bit, so it was a 1-1 draw there. We then beat Southampton thanks to 2 goals from Michael Elise, who did also score against Everton there, so a good start here for Michael Elise. Against Fulham, 2-0 down. 2-0 sounds worse than it was, because I think by the end of it we were chasing the game pretty hard and trying our best to get back into it. Goals from Sirloth and Dan Burn. Tottenham in the god dang Carabao Cup. We got knocked out last season. I think we drew Arsenal and got knocked out by them. This time it's Tottenham, and we were down 2-0, brought them back to 2-2, went all the way to penalties. Ivan Toney, having scored both of our goals, missed his penalty. 19 penalty taking, and he's the one that missed, which is just great. Then against Leeds, we bounced way back. A 4-0 win thanks to goals from Mikkel Damsgaard, Brian Mbuemo, Ivan Toney, and Evan Ndika from a corner, which is good to see. Good to start getting goals from corners. Then sort of reversed just about all of that with a 3-0 loss away at Chelsea. Evan Ndika, having scored in that game against Leeds, got an own goal in the following game. Mason Mount getting 2 goals there. One Reece James getting sent off in the 78th minute. It was 2 yellows. It was the 78th minute. By that stage, we were already trying to throw things forward, and just nothing eventuated, which sucks. Then against Bournemouth, just a pretty fairly complete or dominant performance. Like, we were all over them. First half we had about 17 shots and hadn't scored. Then second half we managed to put 2 past them, one being an own goal right at the very death. But good 3 points, good clean sheet. Then against Wolves, we pissed it away. We absolutely, 60th minute, Evan Ndika gets another goal, puts us up 1-0. 81st and 88th minute, Evan Ferguson gets a goal. That one pissed me off. Like, 3-0 to Chelsea, I was like, look, we fairly competed, we were decent. Tottenham, great work. We came roaring back into it. Fulham, we were in it. The Wolves one pisses me off, because we had that. We were the better team for 80 minutes. We were the better team, and then they just came roaring back. Evan Ferguson did the damage. Then a 1-0 win against Brighton. Early goal there for Dutch Camado was set up by Michael Elise. Just a bit of a breakaway. And then laid it back to him, powered it through. Then 1-0 against Arsenal. I'm pretty okay with that. I mean, it's at home. You don't like to lose your home fixtures. We were also without Ivan Toney and also Michael Elise in this game, as you can see if you... you can't quite see it just above me here, but... we were without both of them for that game. Michael Elise might even be out for today's fixture, I think. But I think Ivan Toney's back. Look, we held them pretty well. We even created a decent amount of chances. We just couldn't put any away. And we held them to 1, which is pretty decent. I'm happy with that. They're up in second, I think. So I'm pretty happy with that. If we look at our competitions, they are up in second, just behind Liverpool, who are looking rampant, which is great news, because that's what we got today. We are down in 13th. Bit of a logjam from 9th down to 15th-ish. It's pretty packed. We're hoping to get the better of most of these teams and end up finishing 8, 9, 10. I'd love to get Europe, really. We may not necessarily have the squad out for it. I just smacked my elbow. Carabao Cup already knocked out, don't care. FA Cup, we haven't. I got very confused here. We haven't been drawn yet because we enter it in January. As for performances, if we go to the squad hub here, we can look. We do have a fairly young squad. If you look at the general ages of them, a lot under the age of 26. Like 26 goes all the way down to here. There's only 7 or 8 players who are older than that. As for good performers, Michael Elise, of course, 4 goals, 3 assists. He's been very, very good. Mats Boruslev, that goal and assist against United on the first day, all he's contributed attacking-wise, but he's having a 7 average rating, which is pretty damn decent. Janelt, Norgard, both performing very well. Ndika and Kamada, our free transfers from last season, performing well. Some players that you would like to see perform better, if we go towards the bottom, these players haven't played yet, but Nico Williams, you'd like to see performing better. He's played a fair bit. Kasunu, it's debut season for us. I'm okay with that. He's more of a project. Like, if you look at him, he's just not really polished as yet, but he's 23. He's got potential. He's definitely one that we're going to hope is going to be very, very good when he's, 26, 27 sort of thing, because it doesn't look like it's going to be soon. Also looking to get more out of Christopher Ayer, average rating of 6.71. If you look at him here, he's just not really turned out. He was at the start of the season very much going down because he did want to leave. He wanted to go to Manchester United, who came in with an offer. It wasn't a great offer, so I turned it down. Managed to convince him that we will not sell him unless we get a bid of 40 million. Nobody made any other bids, and he's still here, but he's still, if you say, still waiting for a team and wants to move to a bigger clubs. So that's not great, but hopefully we can, I guess, in time convince him to stay. Something that has changed a little bit is the formation, the tactics. We have been playing like 3 at the back, wing backs, central midfielders, wingers, and a striker. Changed it a little bit, and it's because of where the assists were coming from was what was concerning me. And if you look at the tactics, this is what it looks like now. It's basically the exact same formation, except I've pushed this central, like the center of our 3, forward into a halfback. Hoping that makes sense to someone. I've also got them on inverted wing backs, but I mean, if I click, whoops, yeah, if I click there, you can see I've got them different settings. So if we want the wing backs to go wide and overlap, we play like that. It is very much not. I mean, it's not that much change, but basically. Yeah, a lot of assists were coming like in behind our central midfielders and ahead of our centre backs. So I very much wanted just to fill that hole, but still have someone who sat. So really, ideally, we're still having, when we're playing out from the back, basically having like 3 across the back line is the idea anyway, with our wing backs either getting forward or tucking in, and then if they're tucking in, we can change the roles of the wide players, that sort of thing. The basic idea being that we want to be solid, keep the hold of the ball, hopefully not get absolutely rammed, especially when it comes to games like today. I'm probably going to play this inverted wingback one, just again, so that we have like does end up being like a solid block of 5 at the back there, and we've got a Mazzala there, mostly been playing Dutch Kamada there, but Matthias Jensen also has been very good in that role. He does have, I think it was Jensen does actually have decent finishing. He's only got 10 finishing. Maybe I'm thinking of him in real life, who's been scoring a little bit of late for Brentford. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But the good thing is, with this halfback role, we can chuck Christopher Ayer in that role. He's absolutely suited to it, really. Just sits there, plays simple passes, break up attacks. That's all you'll need him for. We've then also got like Norgard can play there. Kasunu can even play there. Again, just simple passes. Doesn't take much. We've also played Godfrey there, and then like more defensive style midfielders like Vitaly Yanelt, who is having a very good season because he's just playing that simple role. He's just doing what he's good at doing. Anyway, I'm going to put together a lineup. We're going to get through to today's game because I feel like I've been talking for forever, really. So this is the lineup we are going to go with. Then it is Albin Font, of course, in goals. The back 2, which is a weird thing to say because it doesn't end up being that. It ends up being a back, but you understand. Back 4, I guess, is Roslev is playing on the right-hand side as an inverted wing back. Godfrey and Ndika through centre. Hickey on the left as an inverted wide back. Ayer is the halfback. Then Jensen with Kamada as the Mazzala. Going forward, it is Mbuemo on the right because Elise is still injured. Damsgaard on the left, and Ivan Toney back from his injury up front. You can see he's like, lost a little bit of his match fitness, but he's back in the lineup today. We definitely have way too big of a squad. Nobody wanted Chandon Baptiste. He's leaving at the end of the season. It is what it is. Pontus Janssen yet to play this season because he's 33. 33? 33 years old. Slow. Not... it's tough, basically. And then Kasunu, just the odd man out, basically. I'd probably prefer to have Pinnock and Kelly on the bench, even though they're both left-sided central defenders, I should say. Other than that, pretty well-rounded bench, pretty well-rounded team. Hoping that we can hold Liverpool at bay to some degree anyway, because I feel like when they're rampant, when they are up front as they are, up top, I mean, not up front, look, it's going to be an uphill battle. If you look at their squad, they've made a full change to their lineup. Allison, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Joe Gomez, Van Dijk, Robertson, Fabinho, Sivert, Mansverk, Camavinga, interesting, Jota on the wing, Diaz and Nunez, Kelleher, blah, 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 nothing else interesting except Danilo, who I don't know which Danilo it is, and Milinkovic on the bench. So, a couple of changes, and that's probably to be expected because we are, 2 seasons ahead, or whatever it is. It's 2024. There you go. It is my brother's 35th birthday. Anyway, here we are at Anfield. When I was just in England, I was in England for 2 weeks. Went to Anfield, toured the stadium. It is absolutely sensational. I've never experienced something so absolutely lush behind the scenes, especially, but then even the stadium itself, like walking through the halls and things like that. It's very, very nice. We did also tour Stamford Bridge, Chelsea Stadium, which is very, very, very nice as well. Very cool to be able to sit like in the chair that, you know, Jose Mourinho sat in, bloody Carlo Ancelotti sat there, that sort of thing. So that was a really, really cool moment, a really, really cool holiday in general. We also went to a Manchester City game, which is a team I support. We went to the Burnley game. I haven't really shared photos or anything, but we were like fourth row over in the corner opposite where the Manchester City dugout is, and I was hoping for a highlight there, or hoping for us to go into the box there. It looks like we're going to concede a counter here. Diaz forward for Nunez. Nunez looks for Mansverk, who scores inside 50 seconds. That's not good. Counterattacks are a bit of a problem, especially with like you see here, there's like, I was pointing with my finger, there was just a hole in behind the wide backs, and it's like, well, it isn't an issue. It is like clearly like a thing that anyone could see with their eyes looking at that formation. But I'm hoping that as we get used to playing with it, it happens less. And we are playing with a fairly high line, so maybe I could drop that back a bit even further. We'll see. Back to the game. We saw the Burnley FA Cup game. It was 6-0. Saw Erling Haaland score a hat-trick. It was amazing. We got another highlight 4 minutes in. Come on. Camavinga's through. Saved this time by Alban Lafont. Goodness me. And when Manchester City were warming up, they did like their rondos were right in front of us. I got a photo, me and my partner, with, you know, Kevin De Bruyne, Erling Haaland in the background, that sort of thing. It was pretty elite. I very much enjoy that. Someone who's watched English football since like 2000, 2001. It was pretty goddamn cool to actually go there. But having said that, I think I enjoyed Liverpool as a city more. But anyway, it is what it is. Anyway, back to this game. Liverpool are absolutely all over us, as you would expect. I'll hit them with a fire up, see how much of a difference that makes. We're keeping up with them in terms of possession, just not in terms of creating anything, because that's all them. I probably should think about dropping the wide backs to actual wide backs, perhaps. Another highlight for Liverpool here. It's Robertson looking for Camavinga. Camavinga from outside the box. Easy for Alban Lafont there. See, as we peel out there to play out, it very much just looks like a 4-3-3. Oh, I was scared of that. Oh, no. Fabinho now on the ball. This is going very slowly for some reason. Jota in the box, bundled over by Aaron Hickey. It's gonna be. I don't know why we're doing this god dang VAR rigmarole. Like, just give the penalty. It's fine. Like, no, let's just get on with it. Yep, it's a penalty. Fabinho to take. It's him against Alban Lafont. We're going to be down 2-0 20 minutes in. I think we might need to make some changes. Saved by Alban Lafont. Get in there, son. Evan Dika clears that one away. Hopefully that can, I don't know, spur us on, put that little bit of a flame underneath us. Robertson to take the corner straight from it, though. Swings it in, hopefully headed away. It is by Aya, but Camavinga on the edge of the box retrieves it. Robertson now back to Mansverk. Over the bar. Cool. Fantastic. That's good news. This hasn't been a great first half. Looking at if you look at the XG, although that is inflated by the penalty, which is, I think penalties are about like a 0.78 on XG, something like that. Something around that mark, as much as XG is worth to you. No opinion. Maybe I do have an opinion. It sort of seemed like I had an opinion the way that I said that. 40 minutes in, almost 40 minutes in now. We are still struggling. I'll hit them with an encourage, because like we're doing well at holding the ball. We just need to get further up the pitch somehow. Don't know what it is. Ivan Toney's done absolutely nothing. He has been rubbish. It is absolutely boiling in here. I feel like my skin is melting off or something. Highlight again. Alisson Becker back to Virgil. They're just too good. They're just whipping it around us. You see, we do very much go back into a back four, and Aya does sit ahead of it. It just ends up that we get lobbed over the top of way too often. They're still just playing it around us. It's not looking great, really. Joe Gomez allowed to bring the ball forward like way too far. Mansverk now, good ball in behind for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Crosses for Diaz. Saved again by Alban Lafont, who has been very good this game especially, but this season he has really been very much worth the money. Liverpool absolutely dominate. This is why have I chosen to play this game? This is stupid. Camavinga retrieves it from the corner that was headed away. Robertson looks to swing it back in, cannot find the room. Past whoever this is. Mbuemo, I couldn't tell. Mbuemo then gets it back from Tony, playing their little two-man game. But of course there's only two of them, and just one ball over the top. Piss off. This is stupid. Like, it's just one ball over the top. We didn't... Like, what am I meant to do? Like... Do I have to play like a deep defensive line to stop that from happening? Because it's just Alexander-Arnold in the base of their midfield. People are closing him down, but then just one long ball over the top for Darwin Núñez. Bangs it in off the crossbar. Goodness me, this is just stupid, man. I don't understand. Look how far back we are. I'm going to push up the damn pitch. It's stupid. Why did I show this game? Like, I could have shown any other game. Could I... Why isn't the stadium full? Come on, Liverpool. That's slack. Unless that's our fans, in which case I probably wouldn't have come over. Let's try and just fire them up or something. What can we do here? The analysis just says that the problem is back here, but our problem's getting the ball god dang forward. Let's not play out of defense. Let's pass into space. Let's just try to get further up the god dang pitch. I'll just change the tactics that slight way, I guess, for now, because I just want to try and get us up the pitch. Just try and get us up the pitch, even if it means that we get another goal against us where we get the ball up the pitch and then they just lob it straight back over. That's fine, as long as we are just getting further up the goddamn pitch, and stop passing it between those two people. Bugger off. Don't care about the getting stuck in thing. Oh god, it's a Liverpool corner. Robertson swings it in. Far post, headed away, well done. I think it was Christopher Ayer. Luis Diaz retrieves, edge of the box, curls one, but it is deflected. Lafont gathers easily. Maybe did I change transition? Yeah, let's go with distribute to flanks. We should change it to long ball from him. That's a good one. Doesn't quite find Ivan Toney, and Liverpool now back again with the ball. Robertson on the left-hand side, forward for Camavinga. Surely play it in behind. No. Could have done, played it in behind for Luis Diaz, but instead we end up winning it and then giving it away, and then two passes later, Jota's scoring. Why did I show this game? Why did I show this game? This is stupid. This is us against the best team in the league. Like clearly the best team in the league right now, and you can see that we still have some room to go and some tactics that are let's say not yet settled, to be kind. Yes, make the goddamn changes, you melon. I have to really stop myself from swearing on these videos. It isn't great. I just keep looking at my camera because it looks really... I hope it doesn't look bad in the actual video, but if you... On my... it looks so pixelated and bad. Which hopefully it doesn't actually, but here is a highlight. It looks like us going forward, although it may then be a counter-attack. Godfrey on the ball back to Evan Ndika. Looks over the top for Ivan Toney, who is in, probably offside. No, he wasn't, but he didn't finish anyway, so what does anything matter that anyone does ever? We're all just a sneeze of time. Alright, what subs are we making? Everyone's being rubbish. Let's bring on, throw in the towel by bringing on Daniel Marlin, who's clearly like our just here for the money. Like, I don't know, we're not even paying him that much money, but he's just here to collect a paycheck because he's definitely not here to score goals. Because I think he's got like 4 or 5 last season, maybe. Who knows? Who damn knows? What can we do? Here's a free kick for Liverpool. 64 minutes in, headed by Fabinho. Looked like it came off the bar, going over for a goal kick. God damn, man. I mean, we have still created chances. Like, we have 10 shots, an XG of almost 1.5. It's just that Liverpool are like better. Definitely better. They've created more. They've been more clinical. Here's another chance for them. Looks like it's another penalty. We haven't, like, I don't know if we've actually given away a penalty all season. We've had the penalty shootout, but I don't know if we've given away a penalty other than that. And then, of course, the goddamn game that I choose to show you guys, we give away goddamn 2. Here's the second penalty of the game. This time it's Nunez against Lafont. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about this game anymore. I just want to get through it. I want to stop talking. I want to... Yeah, you get it. Darwin Nunez got there, powered it. Lafont went the right way, couldn't save it. It is what it is. Move on. Skip. Let's... Yeah, another highlight. This game's dragging on. Man, I feel like they're doing this on purpose. They're like, oh, you're having an absolute horrible time of it. We're going to, like, just make this game absolutely drag out as long as possible. What's another one we can make? Aaron Hickey or Mbermo? Neither really. Alright, let's bring off Aaron Hickey, sure. Just, why not? What difference is it going to make? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Here's another highlight. Godfrey lobs it forward. Shirky looks like he's got there. Alright, Brayden Shirky's got his first goal for the club. We've got a goal away at Anfield. That's decent. The performance hasn't been. The conceding 4 goals hasn't been decent. Ben Godfrey just lobs one the hell forward and Shirky gets there, chests it around Allison and rolls it into an empty net. So that's pretty cool. I'm okay with that, I guess. That'll do. Yes, we'll still go with those changes. I don't know what they were anymore, but we'll go with them. Why not? Maybe I should, even though like Aya is like probably the best at playing the halfback role. He's probably also best at being one of our centre backs. So maybe it should be like him and Ndika who's played there. Oh god, another off the line by Matthijs Jensen from the corner. It was Milinkovic. Another block by Matthijs Jensen, you absolute hero. Maybe it should be like, yeah, Aya and Ndika or Aya and I don't know, anyone else, someone else, whoever else. Aya should be in centre back and maybe, yeah, we should be using, it's 27 shots, almost an XG of 4. Goodness me. Yeah, maybe it should be, yeah, Norgard or Ben Godfrey or something that plays in holding midfield. I don't know. We'll see. It's a work in progress, quite clearly. Because see, I'm miserable. I'm crossing my arm. I've folded my arm. That's how miserable I am. It's not gone well. It just is what it is. Look, we're still a work in progress. We're still a team on the come up, I guess. And Liverpool are the benchmark. They are where we want to be. Someone has started doing some sort of work in the background. I hope you can't hear it. God damn it, it sounds like a circular saw. Here's Marlon winning the ball high up, but a stupid pass sideways for Mbermo, who plays back for Nico Williams, the old Liverpool boy. Ryan Shirky playing Mazzala, back to Mbermo. Norgard at the edge of the box, back to Williams. Nico Williams now back to Aya. Alright, we could do something. Aya into the box. Aya crosses for Marlon. I think it's an own goal. Of course it isn't a Marlon goal. Like, why would it ever be a Daniel Marlon? Does Daniel Marlon know how to score in Football Manager, especially, I guess? Aya did very, very well, brought it all the way forward, got to the byline, whipped across. Marlon's header was awful, but Alexander-Arnold did us a bit of a favour and makes it look like we were better than we were. It is 4-2. We've got back in it a little bit in the last 20 minutes or so, but at the end of the day, as I said, Liverpool are the benchmark. They are absolutely where we want to be. We're just really not there yet, are we? It's going to take a bit. Anyway, that's going to wrap up today's video, guys. Look, not our best performances of the season of the save, and to be fair, it's there's going to be better games than that. There's going to be, you know, performances about like against Arsenal, who are in second. We were only down 1-0. Liverpool just tore through us, and they were the better team on the day. It is what it is. Next video, we will come back in January, I think. Where are we? Yes, so start of November. We'll come back in January. Let's go with this Leicester game here. Nice trip away to the King Power Stadium. Of course, being in January, it will be the transfer window, so there is room for people to come in and out. I imagine it'll be more focused on the outgoings than the incomings, but depending on who leaves and what position needs filling and things like that, there may be incomings we will absolutely see. Anyway, that'll wrap up today's video. I hope you can't hear the circular saw in the background. That'll wrap up today's video. Make sure you do leave us that like down below. Subscribe if you're new around here. Comment what you thought of the video. Subscribe, or whatever. All of the things. Till next time when we go again, hopefully not against a rampant Liverpool side, or Leicester side, I guess. Peace.